Live with breaking news. This is ABC 27 News at 11.
And good evening, I'm Dennis Owens.
I'm Alicia Richards. So glad you're with us. That breaking news, Dauphin and Cumberland counties hit especially hard in this monsoon we got tonight. Lots of flooding, lots of traffic problems, and we had power outages.
It is now moving out of here. Eric will have your full forecast in just a moment, but we begin with team coverage of that flooding. First, we go to Alex Peterson. He's live along I-83 North in Harrisburg. Alex.
Guys, what an evening here along Interstate 83 in Dauphin County. I've watched as traffic slowly gets back up to interstate speeds behind me here, but boy, what a sight earlier tonight. Check out this viewer video. This was taken by Matt Hannaford on 83 North here, just south of the Union Deposit Road is where he started recording. And look at that. You can see those cars slowly going through that water, splashing through that ponding. He said he passed through just before it became impassable and the road was shut down. What a sight. Let's show you what the traffic issues looked like after all that water started to form. Traffic backed up for miles, as we said. This view you're looking at right now is looking north from Union Deposit Road. All entrances to 83 South were blocked off since traffic wasn't able to go anywhere. Looking into traffic, again, you just could not see. Traffic backed up for miles there. Traffic not moving for more than an hour as crews worked to get water off the road and get some of those stalled vehicles out of the way. I saw a tractor trailer at one point getting pulled away, as well as a few cars. I was on every side of this headache, it seemed, tonight. Southbound, not affected at all, really, other than a few curious rubberneckers who slowed down to see what was going on. Traffic starting to move slowly here tonight around 10 o'clock. It's just now getting back up to highway speeds. That rain still spitting this evening, but I can tell you right now, it doesn't look too eventful behind me. There's a few flashing lights over my left shoulder. That's all that's left here after several cars and a tractor trailer were stalled in what was several feet deep water on 83 North. Again, this was just between the Jonestown and Union Deposit Road exits. Quite a sight. Traffic backed up all the way to the 283 interchange. No one was hurt here tonight, but boy, oh boy, that torrential rain, these roads just could not handle it. Live tonight in Dauphin County along Interstate 83, Alex Peterson, ABC 27 News.
Alex, thank you. Good job there. Our Sarah Gisriel is also in Harrisburg, also out in the rain.
Right, she's at McClay Street in Harrisburg by the Farm Show Complex, which always floods. It's so bad tonight it had to be shut down. She joins us now live. Sarah.
Yeah, Dennis and Alicia, it might be Halloween, but there are no tricks here. And as you can see, this is certainly not a treat. The water here, extremely deep. We're talking it goes and goes and goes, and it has been quite the sight for the entire evening. Cars have tried to go through here and have stalled out, and we actually have two cars right here that went through the waters, and they did not get so lucky here this evening. Everyone's okay, but this is what happens when these waters come so fast. They get high, and it doesn't look like it's deep, but believe me, it is. And there's even a current that's been coming across the street here that can really sweep cars, debris. I've pretty much seen everything you can see here tonight. So McClay Street, right by the Farm Show Complex, completely out. Avoid the area. That's all the way down to Cameron Street. It doesn't seem like it's getting any better. I'm told from first responders that the leaves really clog up the drains, which always makes this a problem area, and this goes down to a divot. So as you can see here tonight, we have some people that a little bit frustrated with their outcomes, but we're going to try to make it through here on McClay Street tonight. So stay safe, turn around, do not drown. We're not kidding when we talk about stuff like that. So for now, live in Harrisburg, Sarah Gisriel, ABC 27 News.
Quite a look at McClay tonight, Sarah. Thank you. And many ABC 27 viewers have been sending us videos and photos, and thank you for that. Here's Fairview Township, York County, a gas station completely flooded. Also, we're going to look at the Harvey Taylor Bridge in Harrisburg. You could see how hard that rain was coming down tonight. Same goes for Route 15 in Camp Hill. And as we said, a Fairview Township, York County gas station completely flooded.
And we also should point out that let's find out actually what's next from all this weather, actually.
Yep.
Our chief meteorologist, Eric Finkenbinder, is here. Pretty busy night for you, Eric.
Certainly is, and I'd like to provide some better news for a change that a lot of these storms are beginning to exit the area, with the exception of far eastern Lancaster, York. We still have some rain that's happening there. Now, there are some leftovers. We do have leftover showers that I want to point out. So, yes, is it still raining perhaps where you are? I'm sure it is in spots, what we see across Harrisburg into Carlisle and Franklin County. But this is really the leftover of the line that I was mentioning. That's beginning to kick out. I want to show you the Doppler radar estimated rain. I circled these spots: southern York and Lancaster, then areas from Lebanon down through southern Dauphin, extending into parts of Gettysburg and Adams County, eastern Cumberland, northern York. That's where we saw about 2 to 3 inches of rain. And yes, that's where we have the flash flood warnings in place now, where we did obviously report some flooded roads. You saw Alex Peterson and Sarah Gisrael. Here are some of the rainfall amounts we were able to pick up on some of our WeatherNet communities. Notice where they're located: Wormleysburg, Middletown, Hummelstown, and Hershey, between 2 to 3 inches of rain. Now we talk about the cold and the wind that arrives, and it is not far away, Alicia, already into the 30s in parts of western PA, and those winds will be cranking up by tomorrow morning. We'll talk about it coming up.
Quite a sight there. We see what's coming our way. Eric, thank you. So not every community rescheduled trick-or-treating tonight. Harrisburg stayed on schedule, and people made the most of it. The streets were filled with dragons, ghouls, and goblins. We found lots of children going house to house for treats. They were able to fill their bags before the heavy rain hit, and it wasn't only the kids having a good time.
We love Halloween, and we love seeing all the kids in their costumes, and we love handing out the candy and just being with the community.
If your community rescheduled trick-or-treating but you don't know when, you can find out on our website, ABC27.com.
And a new state law makes sweeping changes to the way Pennsylvanians vote. Governor Wolf signed an elections reform bill today. It includes $90 million for counties to buy new voting machines. But its most controversial point among Democrats is that it eliminates the straight party voting button.
People know what the parties stand for and what the parties stand against, and they want the ease and the convenience to be able to vote for the party that best reflects their values.
Since we vote in Pennsylvania in primaries, I'm not sure that the straight party really is that relevant anymore.
And that bill will also allow mail-in ballots and pushes the registration deadline closer to Election Day. It will be in effect for next year's primary election, not on Tuesday.
Pennsylvania's acting Secretary of State has filed an emergency order with the state Supreme Court. The Wolf administration wants a lower court ruling overturned. That ruling blocks a ballot referendum that would give victims more rights. It's called Marsy's Law. The lower court ruled that the ballot question may violate procedure for amending the state constitution. The state attorney general also disagrees with that lower court ruling, and they're planning their own appeal.
A Hampden Township commissioner is stepping down as board president. Al Beanstock came under fire for writing thousands of racist limericks years ago. Last night, during a commissioner's meeting, Beanstock agreed to step down as president, but he will still remain on the board. The board also approved a resolution, quote, recognizing and respecting the uniqueness and diversity of all persons.
A Cumberland County man is charged with child abuse. His mother, grandmother, and girlfriend are also charged. Police say Dalton Stackfield of South Middleton Township struck his 8-year-old in the face, causing a large bruise and a lot of pain that lasted over a week. The child was taken to the emergency room 7 days later. Police say his family knew, tried to cover it up, and obstructed their case.
Plain and simple, if you're going to have knowledge of child abuse and not report it, then you're going to be charged. We're protecting the children.
There is a fairly new law that makes it illegal to fail to report child abuse.
Cumberland County man will spend the rest of his life behind bars for abusing an infant. John Howard B. entered a no-contest plea. He killed his 6-week-old son 4 years ago. Prosecutors say he deliberately shook the infant. The newborn also had other signs of abuse and injuries, including severe head trauma, bruising, and fractured ribs.
Penn State police are investigating a new allegation of sexual abuse by Jerry Sandusky. An additional individual has come forward to say he was sexually assaulted by Sandusky between 2000 and 2010. Sandusky, who is 75, is already serving a 30 to 60-year sentence for sexually assaulting boys he met through a charity he founded. The U.S. Department of Education is also hitting Penn State with a record $2.4 million fine for violating a law that requires colleges to report campus crimes. Coming up tonight, a longtime conservative commentator with no love for President Trump spoke in the mid-state. What he said about the current political climate.